And here we are, midweek marquee. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, everybody. John, what's up, baby? You look good. I love the shaped up scruff. You seem sprightly. You seem very very healthy and
It's a lie.
handsome.
It's all a lie. It's fake. It's not true.
I put Vaseline on
But
the lens to hide my wrinkles.
yep. Yes. I played doctor on TV.
You actually look like you could be like it's the glasses. You have very doctory glasses.
It's cancer.
It's
That's the second time I made a joke about that around you. That's not good.
I don't. Yeah, stop that. So, anyhoozle, hello everybody. Welcome to this week's midweek marquee. If you are tuning in post stream, let us know what you think, and we also have links in the bio. Check out whenever. So we got some movies coming out soon. One of which I saw a clip of, and I was immediately interested because it has James McAvoy in it. That movie is called Speak No Evil.
Speak no evil.
It's already got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb and 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. IGN gave it a 6 out of 10. So it looks pretty promising. Comes out this Friday. Directed by James Watkins. Distributed by Universal. It's based on Speak No Evil by Christian Taftrup and Mads Taftrup.
After
Taftrup. 7 Up. Yes.
eight down.
But yeah, it says here a dream holiday turns into a living nightmare when an American couple and their daughter spend the weekend at a British family's idyllic country estate. Did I pronounce that correct? Idyllic?
Idyllic.
Idyllic. Idyllic. Idyllic.
You lick what?
I lick ideals. I lick
Okay.
ideals. I ideally
I,
lick ideals.
ideally.
Yeah.
Idly by.
Um. Yeah. I don't even really need to read much more into that. Like I said, James McAvoy's in it. Everything he's been in, I enjoyed. Everything from X-Men to Split. Uh, he's just a phenomenal actor, and I'm excited to see this.
James McAvoy playing a psychopath. You know you're in for a ride.
Yeah,
That's as simple as that is. Yeah, you know it's going to be intense. You know it's going to be brought with passion. It's going to be a good movie, hands down.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Is this going to be one you think you would want to see in theaters, or probably like wait till?
Yes. Yes. I know it's not an M Night Shyamalan film, but it has that sort of vibe, at least from the trailer I kind of picked up, where it's that sort of like in your face, claustrophobic, like can't get away feeling, and
Yeah,
that's really served well in a theater where no matter where you sit, it's got that like you're in the screen. So yeah, I would like to see that in theaters.
fair enough. I think this would be a popcorn chomper for me too. I
Hell yes.
there was to put it how Eddie Izzard did it, where he's talking about movies are like, he's like, how do you put it? He goes, British movies are terrible. It's like you sit down and you're watching a movie and it's like they're so bad you can't even get popcorn, so you're just sitting there like, and then like, but then when you watch these American movies where there's action, there's things happening left and right, you're just like just chomping on the popcorn. And it's so true, because I've sat there bored as hell watching certain movies and I'm just like, I'm not eating the popcorn, but if the movie's good, I'm just like, I'll eat a whole vat of popcorn. Like
Yeah, definitely.
I finished the bowl a large popcorn when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine before the first
I
act.
The popcorn never makes it for me. It never gets to the movie. I pop it, I sit down, and before the credits are done, it's gone.
Yeah. I don't know. Just movie theater popcorn it's different, and it hits just right, man. I love movie theater
I agree.
popcorn. Yeah, Speak No Evil is going to be a good one. So far, it's got good reviews. Usually, anything that's like a 6 out of 10 and up on IMDb, usually that's like pretty good from what I understand. Like, I feel like 5 is like mediocre and average. 6 is like above average. But like Rotten Tomatoes is also. I don't really trust Rotten Tomatoes reviews as much.
Yeah, neither do I. I think it's become a poster board of politicalized horseshit. Let me ask you this question, because we've been on like a horror movie roll, and in this sort of same realm. Have you ever seen the movie You're Next?
No.
You've never seen You're Next?
No. Let me look this up.
No, don't look it up. No. You like to go into things blind?
Yep. Okay.
No,
you're right.
And for this movie specifically, because giving away any of it gives away the twist. So all I can say is that it's sort of the same deal where a guy brings his new fiance to a family sort of getaway reunion thing, and everything goes south. And it's really good. It's really good. It's up there with what was the other one I told you? Intruders. It's along those lines where it's not what you're expecting. You're going into it like thinking, oh, this is going to be like The Strangers or Last House on the Left then it goes way right.
So I like The Strangers. Strangers was good. But speaking of twists, like I like movies where there is a twist, but like a lot of movies nowadays have become so predictable. Like you kind of like when the twist comes, you're just like, I'm not surprised. You know where?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
think that's because of the piss poor millennial writing, but yeah.
That and like for some reason, M. Night Shyamalan, I'm not a big fan.
Okay, so M. Night Shyamalan, you can't go. The problem is that his first couple of like major award-winning films were sort of horror-esque.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody kind of like Signs, Sixth Sense. It's dealing with like dead people, and it's dealing with aliens, and it's like really scary shit. The problem is that that's only like 2 of his catalog. And
like Unbreakable and Split I liked, but like Sixth Sense was like that twist in that movie was like Signs was
So I love Signs, so you can go shit in your hat.
Okay. What else? The Village was like another one. I was like,
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The Happening.
Like, so everybody rags on The Village. Everybody, and I'll be honest, when I first went through it, I was like, yeah, I was expecting something more jumpy, like Signs, or even The Sixth Sense. I was, where it turns out they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, first things first, M. Night Shyamalan films all happen in the same universe. So The Happening and all that stuff, all of those things are happening in his universe. But it's a universe where magic exists. So, like the Lady in the Water is another one that's based off of a poem, and it's where magic happens. So that's why like there's things that happen that are sort of out there. Now, getting back to The Village is about the horror of sheltering. So people went out for this ideal. They tried to build a village on an ideal, and they wanted to keep everybody in this sort of protected, sheltered, but cultured area. And they realized that the only way that you can do that without people having that base necessity of curiosity to go out and find the other parts of the world was to keep them wrangled in like cattle with fear. And if you tell them that there's an outside world, they're going to want to go explore it.
Yeah.
The curiosity will overcome that fear. So instead, they create these monsters, and the monsters never really do anything.
Yeah.
They never really hurt anybody, but they just scare the shit out of everyone to stay in their house and don't explore. The outside is dangerous. And it takes a girl who's literally physically blind to ignore all of that and go find the world.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot the girl was blind in that movie.
And so his twists are not about. Sometimes it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger thing, and that's like a lot of things that people missed in the Signs. You know, it's not called Sign. It's not called Alien Sign. It's called Signs with an S, plural.
Yeah.
So that movie was about signs from God, signs from like afterlife, signs from ghosts, things, because it's like all this stuff was sort of pre-set up in the beginning of the movie that actually happened years before, and then all unfolded, and there was all these little signs in between all that. And there's always so much more baked in, and that's why I have an appreciation for M. Night Shyamalan, because there's so much more of a deeper meaning to his movies. They're art films. They're legitimately art films.
Yeah.
And people rag on him because they're like, oh, his twists are so bad. Then you're not really, and I'm not saying whether your opinion, I'm not putting your opinion in a spotlight. I'm just saying in general, like, all right, a person didn't get it. That's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you as a person.
And that's the thing. Like, I usually, and we've had this conversation before about how sometimes I pick up on things in movies, and it's usually little things like when we watched what was that movie recently where the thing with the axe and the guy was swinging it backwards. Like dumb things like that, and I'll look at certain shots and think like, oh, like what kind of lighting did they use right there? Like, is that natural lighting? Is that like, did they use some kind of the umbrella ones or something like? I don't know. I don't know the proper terms and names of them, but like I look at like how did they get that shot? How did this work? But you pick up on so much more, and that's what I appreciate, because like
I just try and figure out the story.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try and figure out what's the bigger thing that they're trying to convey.
I think when it comes to story, I just I take in the story, but I don't really not overthink. What's the word I'm trying to look for? I don't really I try not to analyze the story too much. I just kind of take it as I get it, and I absorb that information, and I try to figure out like, oh, how's this going to turn out? How are they going to get out of this one? And
I mean, I'd be lying to say that like on some movies they're so heady that it takes 2 or 3 watches for me to pick up on everything.
Oh yeah, I've had a bunch like that.
Because usually the first time I go through a movie, I'm looking at it face value. What exactly is first thing that they're trying to say. The thing is that like after a couple watches of M. Night Shyamalan, you go into it going like, oh no, there's a deeper meaning, and I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I'm gonna do that on this one. So he just did one that I wanted to see.
Knock at the Cabin.
No, Trapped. Yes.
I have his movies up right here because I literally just looked them up. Trapped or Trap? think it's
Trapped.
Trap. TRAP. Yeah, here it is. 2024. Trap.
Yeah, with Josh Hartnett. That's one I gotta watch.
That's another
And
actor I've appreciated. I liked him actually in Penny Dreadful. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Josh Hart. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the.
Yes. Penny Dreadful's first season's phenomenal. Second season's like.
I don't think I got. I watched the first season. I don't think I watched the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it went for like 3 seasons or 4 seasons. I forget.
Yeah, here we go. 2014 to 2016. Yeah, it was really cool seeing what's his name? Timothy Dalton. Well, one of my favorite James Bonds, I will say.
He's just a phenomenal actor. I mean, he's like he's really the Nicolas Cage of his time. He plays like generally the same character in every role that he does, but it's like just that so overblown, melodramatic.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good.
Well, I think that's the theater in him.
Yeah.
Because I think like because I'd put him up to, like I can never do like a top 3, but if I ever did a top 10, I think he'd be up there. Like Josh Hartnett's probably in my top 10.
Hey guys, please calm down. Sorry.
No, you're good. What else? Christopher Lee is probably it. That's a man I would put in like top 3. I loved like the conversation he had with Peter Jackson when he talks about the scene where the guy when he gets stabbed in the back, and his reaction was just like he didn't really make a noise. He didn't like he reacted, but he didn't make it. And
a man doesn't. It's not screaming. He's getting the wind sucked out of him. It's more like a.
Yeah, he's like, have you ever stabbed a man in the lungs? I have. Because he was practically like a secret agent.
I thought he was special forces.
He was special forces.
Fought in a war.
Yeah, he was special forces with the Royal Army. He was in a metal band. He was an opera singer. Theater and film and television actor. Like the dude's a fucking legend. Like I don't think anybody could top that man's record of like awesome shit you've done in your life.
Charlemagne, The Omens of Death, I believe, is one of them. I believe the Charlemagne thing is where he literally just reads like poetry, like spoken word poetry, over top of metal music.
Yeah,
like he doesn't do the metal vocals. He's just doing his voice, and it's
yeah. But he is a classically trained singer as well, and one of the best Draculas. I don't know
I never saw this Dracula.
Oh, dude, the 19. Hold on, where is it? It was in the 50s. $1958. The movie's called Dracula. It was a 1958 flick. What else? I loved him in the man with the golden gun.
I'm literally listening to the Massacre of the Saxons, and it is like speed metal, like Dragon Force. You got to look this up. Go on there, look up Charlemagne and the Omens of Death, and it's a picture. It's a picture of him holding a sword, and the music is playing, and he's singing. It sucks that we can't play it.
I'm pulling up the, Oh yeah, this rules. He could not be any fucking cooler.
He's so nuts.
Fucking legend. That's great. But, anyhoozle. So let's press on. We talked about Speak No Evil. What was the other movie we brought up for the Midweek Marquee?
I clicked off of the website, so I'm up on there quick. You got the Killer's Game.
That was the other one.
Which I believe is Dave Bautista's most recent film that he did after he lost all the weight. And I don't know.
It's an action and a comedy.
Yeah, it's sort of like I Spy that he did, I feel like. It's got Ben Kingsley, Sofia Boutella, Terry Crews. It's a paycheck.
Yeah, I'm getting a vibe that this is one of those movies where it's like he's some ex-military or like super badass guy.
A veteran assassin is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and authorizes a kill on himself. After ordering the kill, an army of former colleagues pounce and a new piece of information comes to light. Insanity ensues. That sounds like it's got the skin and bones of what was that movie that Arnold did that was similar, where he was not Dietrich. He played an assassin who actually put a hit out on himself, and then he ended up killing all the other assassins who tried to take the job. Gunther.
What is it?
Gunther.
Yeah.
You never saw that?
Nah.
It was one of his return from retirement films. It wasn't bad. It was funny and hokey, and this kind of seems like it's in that same vein. I'm not going to complain. Probably a popcorn flick. Probably something to put on when nothing else is on. So I'll probably watch it at home.
Yeah, it's this one's gonna be. I'm not gonna see this one in theaters. This looks like one of those ones where it's. See, I love Batista too. I love him.
Yeah.
I loved him in as Drax the Destroyer, and
yeah, I'm not in his career at all. All I'm saying is that I would probably watch it before I passed over it on a streaming service.
Yeah.
You know, that's not getting stuck at the end of my ad list. This is something that I would actually watch when it comes out on streaming.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm going to watch when it comes out on streaming. It's not something I'm going to go spend. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to the theater to spend $40 to.
Yeah. I mean, I like all those kinds of movies. Smoking Aces, like I said, Gunther. They were good, but there's something I'm going to watch sitting on my couch.
Yeah. Have the get the at home popcorn.
Yeah.
I actually loved him as a Bond villain too. In Spectre. With where he had like the metal thumbnails and he dug them into that guy's eyes, and it was good.
I'm making this face because I forgot he was a Bond villain.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But I also feel like that was he got contracted into that before they actually gave him an opportunity to be who he is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he was sort of a secondary character in that movie where he's definitely better as a primary character.
He was, but well, I mean, look at him in Blade Runner. Like that.
Yeah.
Like
still a secondary character.
But he killed it. He was so good, and that's one thing I like about him as that James Bond villain, who I can't remember his name. All right, hold on. So
that's my point.
But he didn't really. He had one line in that whole movie, and it was just him going shit. And
here it is, Thumb Thumper.
No. Shit. Mr. Hinks.
Mr. Hinks.
Yeah, he was
Stinky Pinky.
Is it?
Hello, Mr. Bond. I'm Stinky Pinky.
But yeah, that was one of the great things about it, because he had no lines, and when you have no lines, you have to act with your your body and everything and your mannerisms. I think he did good.
I unfortunately am going to have
Stinky
to call it.
Pinky. Jesus. All right.
My baby boy is losing his mind.
Yeah, do your thing.
Time to go get him some food.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother man. Until next time, until Friday. We haven't decided on what the hell we're going to watch. What are we watching? What are we watching?
I don't know.
Horror movie?
I mean, we gotta do something horror.
All right, your homework. I want you to watch Your Next. It's on. It's free. I think it's on Amazon.
Okay.
So watch that. And then I'm gonna have to go over the list, and we're gonna have to find a horror movie. Oh, have you seen Midsummer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
All right. We should rewatch that. Not this week. We should rewatch that and do like an analysis, because that's some deep shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are we gonna watch?
We'll figure it out. We'll talk shop. Go take care of the little one, and we'll catch up later.
Sounds good, brother.
All right.
See you
later. And everybody who tuned in today, thank you so much. Again,
check out a run.
Again, links are in the bio and everything. And yeah, we got merch up. We got a thing where if you want to support us directly, you can do that. We have a tip menu and merch. It's the best way you can support us right now. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Catch up with y'all later, and take care.